Have you ever woken up and thought to yourself, where did all my energy go? Like your body got older before your spirit ever did. You might feel young in your heart, still sharp, still curious, still full of life. But your knees creak. Your back stiffens and just getting out of bed takes a little longer than it used to. I know that feeling. I'm 84 now, and believe me, I've had my fair share of slow mornings and sore afternoons. But today I feel like I'm 50 again. Not because I'm chasing youth or denying my age, but because I've found small, powerful habits that breathe life back into my days. And the best part? Each one takes only about 3 minutes. That's right, just 3 minutes. Not 30. Not an hour. These are quick, gentle, energy-boosting rituals I've added to my mornings that have completely changed how I feel and how I move through the day. You might be thinking, 3 minutes, that's not enough to do anything. But let me ask you something. Now, what if 3 minutes could change how you feel for the next 15 hours? What if those few minutes helped you feel steadier on your feet, clearer in your mind, and even a little lighter in your heart? Because it's not just about energy. It's about reclaiming a sense of strength, confidence, and purpose. That's the real secret. When you feel in control of your body and mind, even in small ways, you start looking forward to the day again. Now, the first thing I do when I get up, before I even reach for the coffee or check the weather, is something I call waking the body with breath. I don't leap out of bed. I sit there for a moment, feet flat on the floor, and I take 3 deep, focused breaths. Not lazy ones, real breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth, slowly. And I stretch my arms gently overhead with each inhale. It sounds too simple to matter, but it grounds me. It clears the fog. It tells my body, hey, we've got a fresh new day ahead. Let's greet it with some gratitude and strength. After those 3 breaths, I do a little seated spinal twist, nothing dramatic, just enough to wake up my back and core. That little stretch relieves stiffness, helps digestion, and honestly, it just feels good. I think half the reason I feel younger is because I move like I expect to feel good, not like I'm bracing for pain. That mental shift alone is worth everything. And here's a surprising thing I noticed. After doing this routine for a few weeks, I started sleeping better. My digestion improved. My shoulders didn't feel so heavy. All from a few minutes of intention, breathing, and gentle movement every morning. It's the kind of habit that sneaks up on you, in the best way. You don't realize how much better you feel until one day, you catch yourself humming while folding laundry or walking faster than you did last month. That's when it clicks. You're living with energy again, not just surviving. Let's talk about the next habit I added. Not in the gym, not with pills, but right at the bathroom sink. After I've taken those first few breaths and done that gentle stretch in bed, I make my way to the bathroom, still barefoot, still slow and steady, but already feeling more alive than just minutes before. And here's where I add the second habit, which might sound odd at first. But hear me out. I splash my face with cold water, not lukewarm, not tepid, cold. It's a jolt. Yes, but it's a good one. It wakes up my nervous system, clears the sleep from my eyes, and almost instantly boosts my alertness. It's like telling my body, we're up, we're awake. We're not just going through the motions today. We're living. After that splash of cold water, I look at myself in the mirror. And this is the part that really changed things for me. I take just 1 minute, just 60 seconds, and I say something kind to myself. I know it sounds silly, but after 84 years on this earth, I've learned that the way you speak to yourself first thing in the morning sets the tone for how you move through your entire day. So I look myself right in the eyes, wrinkles and all, and I say something like, you've made it this far and you're still strong. Or you're a kind man with something to offer. Or sometimes I even joke with myself like, look at you, still handsome after all these years. Because here's the truth. The world isn't always generous with compliments when you're older. People assume you're tired, fragile, or past your prime. but I don't need the world to validate me. I give that to myself every morning, and I promise you, when you build yourself up from the inside out, you carry yourself differently. You smile more. You engage more. You feel seen, even when you're alone. And it's not about pretending you're 30 again, it's about honoring who you are now at this exact age, with all the strength and wisdom that comes with it. That 1 minute of kindness toward myself, it's become the most powerful medicine in my entire day. And I'll tell you something even more surprising. On days I don't do it, I feel it. I walk a little heavier. I'm more irritable. It's like I forgot to put on my armor for the day. But when I do that minute of self-talk, when I start my morning by speaking with myself, not against myself, everything shifts. The third habit I want to share is just as small and just as powerful. It takes place right at the kitchen counter, with something we all use every day. So there I am, standing at the kitchen counter, the morning light creeping in. And before I even think about breakfast or coffee, I drink water, but not just any water. I take a glass, not too big, just about 250 milliliters, and I squeeze in a slice of fresh lemon. Sometimes, if I'm feeling fancy, I add a little pinch of sea salt or a few drops of apple cider vinegar. That's it. Simple, fast, no fuss. This little ritual only takes me about 3 minutes, but what it does for my energy is remarkable. After sleeping all night, your body wakes up dehydrated. That grogginess we often blame on age, it's often just thirst. That stiffness, that mental fog, that sluggish feeling, it's your body asking for a refill. Water is fuel for your cells, and when you drink it first thing in the morning, you're telling your body, let's get moving again. I used to start my day with a cup of coffee right away. And don't get me wrong, I still enjoy it. But drinking water before anything else, it's like flipping on the power switch for my entire system. My digestion works better, my joints ache less, and my brain feels clearer, more alert. It's such a small act, but that's the beauty of it. You don't need to run a marathon or do yoga on a beach to feel good in your 80s. Sometimes it's the tiniest choices, done consistently, that give you the biggest returns. And here's what I want you to take from all this. None of these habits are complicated. You don't need to buy expensive equipment, sign up for a program, or spend hours in a gym. All you need is your breath, your voice, and a glass of water. That's it. It's not about adding more things to your to-do list. It's about changing the quality of the things you already do. You already wake up. You already look in the mirror. You already walk into the kitchen. Why not use those moments to care for your future self? Because every time I do these small habits, I'm not just caring for the man I am now. I'm investing in the man I'll be a year from now, 5 years from now, maybe even at 90. And yes, there are still days I feel tired. There are still mornings when my joints creak louder than they should, or when my mind wants to wander into old regrets or future worries. But that's when these habits matter most. That's when I return to my breath, to that one kind sentence in the mirror, to that glass of water. They pull me back. They remind me who I am. They remind me that even at 84, I get to choose how I show up each day. Now, after those first 3 minutes, my morning really begins. And I've added a few more habits throughout the day that help me feel even stronger, physically, emotionally, spiritually. These are the things that help me: 1. Keep my energy high even through long days and harder moments. Because energy isn't just about how strong your body feels. It's also about how light your mind is. That's why one of my favorite midday habits has nothing to do with stretching or supplements. It's all about gratitude. Now before you roll your eyes and think, oh, I've heard this before, stay with me. I'm not talking about writing a novel or trying to force positive thinking when you're having a rough day. I'm talking about taking 3 quiet minutes once a day to reflect on just one thing that made you smile. Sometimes it's something as small as the sun hitting my chair just right. Sometimes it's remembering a phone call from my daughter. Other times it's the way the neighbor's dog always wags his tail when he sees me. Nothing dramatic, nothing life-changing, but it grounds me. It slows me down. It shifts my mind from what's missing to what's still beautifully present. And here's what I've learned. When you build the habit of noticing the good, your body follows your mind. You stand taller, you breathe deeper, you speak more kindly to others. That tiny spark of appreciation, it changes everything. For me, I do it after lunch. I sit down, take a sip of tea, and just reflect. That's it. 3 minutes. No distractions, no TV, no news. Just me and that quiet awareness. Something worth smiling about. It's a simple practice, but it rewires how you relate to the world. At this age, you've likely been through a lot. Loss, pain, change. Maybe you've outlived people you loved. Maybe your body has slowed down in ways that frustrate you. But when you create a moment of gratitude every day, you remind yourself, life is still happening, and it still holds beauty if you're willing to see it. This daily moment has helped me let go of bitterness. It's helped me soften the sharp edges of aging. And most importantly, it's made me feel alive. And feeling alive, that's what real energy is. You don't need to have the stamina of a 25-year-old. You just need a reason to get out of bed, with purpose. And that reason often shows up when you start paying attention. Because how you treat yourself in the final moments before bed can either soothe your nervous system or leave it buzzing with tension and restlessness. I used to think sleep was just something that happened. You turn off the light, close your eyes, and hope for the best. But with age, I noticed my sleep becoming lighter, more fragile. I'd wake up for no reason, or I'd lie there with a racing mind and a tight chest, thinking about things I couldn't change. That's when I realized I needed a wind-down habit, something short, something sacred. Now every evening before I go to bed, I do what I call the gentle reset. It takes just 3 minutes. No screens, no distractions, just me, a chair, and a little quiet space. I sit down with my hands in my lap, close my eyes, and take 5 slow breaths. On the inhale, I gently say to myself, let it in. On the exhale, let it go. It's simple, but it's powerful. Then I scan my body. Not in a complicated way, just noticing. Is there tension in my jaw, my neck, my lower back? I invite those muscles to release. No judgment if they don't. I just notice and soften. Finally, I speak one kind phrase to myself. Something like, you did enough today, or you are safe now, or even, tomorrow is a fresh start. Whatever feels true in that moment. This tiny practice has become a gift. It tells my brain, it's time to stop fixing and planning. It's time to rest. And when I do this consistently, I sleep deeper. I wake up calmer. My mornings feel more hopeful. And yes, it makes me feel younger. Because real energy isn't just about go, go, go. It's about recovery. It's about letting your mind and body rest in a way that restores you. You see, at 84, I've learned something younger people often miss. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what matters. And if you give yourself just a few minutes each day to breathe, to move gently, to hydrate, to reflect, and to reset, you begin to feel lighter, more alive, more whole. That's how I feel 50, even though my birth certificate says 84. Not because I chase youth, but because I nourish my energy. I honor my rhythms. I choose tiny habits that stack up into a better, brighter life, and you can too. Whether you're 60, 70, 80, or beyond, these daily minutes are available to you. No gym membership, no expensive supplements, just time, intention, and a little self-kindness. So if this video resonated with you, even just a little, please let me know in the comments. Tell me which habit you'll try first, or share one of your own that helps you feel more energized and alive. And if you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more ways to feel strong, independent, and joyful at every age. You deserve to feel good in your body and peaceful in your mind. You're not too old, it's not too late, and the best part of your story may still be ahead. Here's to living your best life, 3 minutes at a time.